name is Colleen, and you're at Just the Two of Us Homestead. Today I'm going to make the easiest, fastest, and the most delicious, scrumptious. I guess it's a breakfast item, but it's also like a snack item. They're called McGriddle bites. And I don't know if you're familiar with McDonald's. They have a breakfast item called McGriddle sandwich. It's a breakfast thing, a muffin thing. Anyway, I stumbled across this recipe a few weeks ago and I made it right away. And I thought, great, it makes so many. I can make some and then freeze some. Well, they never went into the freezer. I had a few, and I have to say, Frank ate most of them. They're so good. And it's a beautiful combination of sweet and savory, and it's only 5 ingredients. So we're going to get right into it because it's that quick. You can whip them up in no time. But I do have to see what I'm doing, so on go the glasses. So it takes 2 cups of pancake mix. It says Hungry Jack or homemade. I make my own pancake mix, which I'm almost out of. So I'm using my own. It's 1.5 cups of water, whether you use the Hungry Jack or homemade. So you just mix up your pancake mix. And it says to make them in like teeny tiny muffin tins because they're like bite size. And I'm going to do it this time in that size again because I want to show you exactly what the recipe says. But the next time I make them, I'm going to try and do it in the like a regular muffin size because we don't really need bake size, bite size. I'm going to get my other whisk. Because a bite size would be great for like kids or, you know, when you're going in the car and you're running in and out or taking them to activities or something like that, that would be great. But for a breakfast for like an adult, I would see more of a regular muffin or cupcake size. So then I guess I should have listed off the ingredients. So it's 2 cups of pancake mix, 1.5 cups of water. I browned up, you have to do this in advance so it's cool, 1 pound of breakfast sausage, which I'm going to add now, and it's cooled and I let it drain off. There was hardly any fat, I was surprised. I drained off the excess fat and it's nice and cool now. One cup of grated cheddar cheese and a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And I have another one if this isn't enough. Nope. I'm not going to stand here and let that pour. We are very, very fortunate that our neighbor across the street, just down a ways, he makes maple syrup. He has many, many maple trees. He taps every spring. And we buy all our maple syrup from him for such a bargain. And that's all the ingredients, 5 ingredients. And it is absolutely, there I go with that word again. I can't tell you how good these are. They are scrumptious. May not look so pretty, but I'm telling you the maple syrup with the cheese and no salt, no baking powder. Well, I guess that's all in the pancake mix, but like, have you ever whipped up anything faster than that? I'm just going to give it a good mix. Make sure I got every bit of that maple syrup out. Now it does say in the recipe that you can, as you're eating them, you can dip them into maple syrup as well. Sorry, my roosters are going bonkers. So I'm just going to spray my pans with olive oil. This one's a non-stick pan. Now these ones I have here, these are older, they're not non-stick. Plus they're a wee bit bigger than these ones I have. So I'm not going to fill them quite as much because they won't cook at the same time. But next time I make these, I will try them more in a muffin size. And you do get quite a bit. Now I need a spoon. I've been so excited to share this with you. Not just because they taste so good, it's how quickly it comes together. Now my oven just preheated to 400 and they take 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. So this is a fast breakfast, a quick snack, and it does say they freeze very well, even though I didn't get the chance to freeze them because we/Frank ate them all. And I guess if you wanted to use a different type of sausage, you could. I'm just using the regular breakfast sausage. I suppose you could use like the spicier one or an Italian one or whatever, but we just like the regular one. So I'll fill all these. I'll let you know how many I fill. And I'm going to put them in a 400 oven for 12 to 15 minutes. It already smells so good between the maple syrup and the sausage. And I'll show you what they look and taste like when they come out. Here we have them. See, I filled those ones a bit more, but it smells delicious in here. Whoops. So I'm going to let them cool for just a few minutes, and then we'll bite into one. And you can see, hopefully, how delicious they are. I wanted to show you how easily they come out of even this old-fashioned pan that's not non-stick. Just with a bit of spray. Look how easily they come out. And I've only let them cool maybe 5 minutes max. They're still very warm to the touch. I'm barely inserting the knife. Don't they look delicious? And they smell so good. So I'll bite into one. So the recipe says you can add more maple syrup. I don't see the need. They're delicious on their own, and I don't have a fancy little tiny bowl to dip into, so I'll just put a little bit on my plate here. Are still warm. Let's see if I can do a close-up for you. I don't know my glasses on. I can't tell if it's focusing, but the cheese with the sausage and the maple syrup, it's a trifecta match in heaven. Might as well use the maple syrup now that it's here, but so this recipe made 36 little ones. I don't know how many big ones I would get, maybe 18 if I did them like bigger, 12 to 18. But I'm sorry. And I'm wondering also if I made them more like in a real muffin size. They're not dense, but I'm wondering how they would cook. But I'm still going to try it because this is great for kids or a little snack in that. But when you're an adult for breakfast, you have to have quite a few of them. But they're so good and fast. So you have to try. Thank you so much for spending time with me in the kitchen today. And until we're together again, take care.